Hello, it's me again, John with Vintage Rust. How are you folks today? Well, we'll get started on the square body. I got the pieces for the floor in. I don't have all the pieces. I do not have the one for this back corner piece right there. I have a piece, but I don't know where it's at. So I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. But I am going to try to get these, drill out these spot welds and work on this piece. Trying to get this section off. I'm going to cut it somewhere in here, and then somewhere, I don't know, back in here, and just get it off of there. I'm going to cut it along here just to get the thing out of here. Once I get it out of there, well, then I'll be able to figure out what I'm going to do. I got the pieces back here. I don't know if you can see them or not. I got them right here. I've got my inner panel. There's my outer. I've got the footwell panel or kick panel, whatever you call that. And then, of course, I got the floor. That is actually a drop-in floor. I'm hoping that I can cut it and make it fit. The only reason why I want to get a drop-in because it comes with this piece right here. And if you look at mine, you can see it's got a pretty good bit of rust right in here. So I really wanted that corner on there. I'm hoping that's going to be right. So I can just cut that right around there and come right on around here. But we will find out. Anyway, so let's get started here. I've got to get this grinder. I need to get well, I guess I could use this right now, I guess. Turn this hat around and see if I can get this thing on my head. And that way I can get it in and start. If I can get this thing on and get it to stay on. Constant job trying to keep that stuff clean. All right, so I think I'll start somewhere. Let me lower this where you can see it. Somewhere. Still can't see it, can you? Well, let me see if I can lower you a little more here. I haven't got to handle this filming business yet. So right in here, I'm just going to chop it right there. So let me see if I can get to it. I'm going to try to use this, and hopefully that'll work out fine. So let me move you around here. You can see it. And I wanted to apologize to you guys for the last video that I made. I got looking at it later. It's like you can only see, like, you can't see my head through most of it. Sort of like right now. Anyway, so let's get this going. Let me lower this a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, we can get this thing cut. Let's see if we can get this section here done. I guess we'll just cut this piece right up through there because I'm going to take this foot panel out of there. I don't know what I'm cutting through. See, a little tougher there. We'll see. Like that. How exciting. All right, wait a minute here. Cut all the way through. All right, finish this up here. get it. Alright. So got this cut all the way around here. Let's see. Oh, I can probably just break that off. Let me see if I can cut it though. Almost. Got it. Alright, that's that. Now, let's, anyway, so I'm doing the best I can with this camera business. I appreciate your patience with me till figure it out. Let me raise this up just a little bit. Let's see here. Alright, so now I'm going to try to cut this. I guess for the time being, maybe right here, just to get it off of there. Yeah, because that's nothing back there. So let's try that and then we'll cut more later. Let's go all the way down. Oh yeah. Yep, that should come right off of there. Yep, got it. Alright. Alright, I'm getting there. Now I gotta cut this inside piece, because basically what I did was cut that whole piece. Because I'm going to replace the inner and the outer panel. This here is still, but I'm going to cut it along here, just for the time being, get it out of there. We can see what I'm doing here. Move this out of the way. All right. Getting ready to have fun here. Looking good. Okay, back to this corner here. Let's see. Finish this up. Alright, not that much. We're getting there. Alright, so you can see we got that much cut off there. Alright, now we got to get this front section up out of there. So I've got, for the time being, I've got to cut, I don't know if you can see it, I've got to cut all the way up to there. I'm going to keep this piece. This piece here is going to come out, so I'm going to have to drill out, because this is actually part of that inner panel. I've got to drill out these spot welds and then pull this piece out. It's an inner panel, because there's another panel on this side. So this here, I think if I cut this right here, I should be able to just pull this whole panel here at one time, because I'm going to cut it out of there. So let me just try that. Let me see if I can get this cut. Let me put you over here and see if we can you see that okay? Let me lower you down a little bit. All right, now let's see if we can get that off of there. Not making too much of a problem. Go right there. We're getting there now. Look at that, coming off that inside piece. Let's see if we can, oh yeah, pull that right off of there. Oh, this is that little stabilizer piece under there. And you can see that. This is that little panel that goes up underneath it here. We don't want to cut that. I don't think I did. Hopefully I didn't. No, I think I stopped it right before it. Okay. So just gotta break that loose right there. All right, let's see here. All right. Maybe that's the way to do it right there. I wonder if I could just zip that out of there. It's still attached. Not by much, but it's still attached. Let's see here. What do we have? There we go. I might even hang on to this piece. But look at the inside. This part here is still good. It was just this top section. All of this. This whole piece here was bad. All that was bad. And then this wasn't too bad back here. But this whole section here was bad. So we'll save that though. Just for when I get ready to, let's see here. Do something else, I may be able to use that. What do we got here? I see. Here's my flashlight. Oh, I do see a screw there. Oh no, it's not a screw. It's a little plastic clip like. I see like a nut job or something. Pull them up in there. Let's see if we can get that out there. I don't need to be there. Tell you what though. Let's see here. Let me wait till I get this out. Since I don't have a lot of experience doing this, it's trying to figure out how to do things. There's some of these guys, you watch their videos and they've done a bunch of these, and so they know what to do. They just do this and do this. And so I've got this piece. Let's see. So I don't want to hurt this. The other part of it is back here. So I see we've got a spot weld right there. Yeah, and that goes right on through it. Oh, I think here's another one. All right. Let me see if I can find my drill and get me a couple drill bits. Let's see if I can cut through those. Yeah, I gotta figure out what drill I want to get. Guess I'll use this one. Let's see what we got here. How much battery we got left? That's the deciding, huh? We're good. We got 4 bars. All right, so let me let's set this here. We'll set you all over here. There we go. Now, I'm hoping if I drill those 2 out, that'll free this up. That's if I'm thinking right here, because I don't want to hurt this piece. Some kind of a cab support situation there. Alrighty, wonderful. What happens to get old? You can't lose anything anymore. All right, so that means I need a pair of pliers. I see a pair all the way over here. How you like how I got this thing all jacked up in the air so I can get up here and work on it? It's just a cab, so I've got it just sitting there. Got it blocked up, and so I can get up under it and weld on it and do what I got to do. All right, let's see here. It's going that way, I think. Did I get it? Man, that dude's on there tight. All right, good. Nice. Normally the things come loose all the time. Huh? That time, nope. Like we're not having none of that business. All right, let's see what we got. Well, you know, one thing. Let me see something here. I got a little tool here. Where's my hammer? Oh, man. Nope, that's not it. I just had my hammer. All right. Nope, here it is. All right, let's see if I can Get me some kind of a dimple in there. I don't know if I'll be able to. Right in the center. Oh yeah, I think I got it. And one here. Alright, let's try this. Huh? Let's get you over here. There we go. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. There. This one. One thing, these bits don't last as long on this metal. See if I can use this bigger one, see if it does any better. Right. Let's see what we got here. Alright, now, see if we can bust that piece loose. Yeah, don't seem to be. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this thing off. It's wearing me out. Can't breathe under that thing. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Move you over this way a little bit so I can get in there and get ugly with it. That was almost exciting. Alright, so it's coming loose there. Let's see. Get the light on, see what I got here. Yeah, it's busting loose. That one is. This one I don't think it's all the way yet. Let's give it a whirl and see what we got there. Whirl it, baby. Whirl it, baby. Alright, why can't I get in there? What's the... Try it now. Alright, so I think we got this couple broke loose now. Let's see. Can you see okay there? Alright, so yeah, see that? This is gonna have to come off so I can get to this back piece, because we've got a couple more that hook there. Yep. Alright. So I've got to get that piece. Oh, there's a bunch of them styles. Look, here's one right here. There's another one right there. I don't know if I could take my grinder and grind it out or not, because let me see if I can find my grinder. The grinding wheel. Alright, let's see here. Alright, we'll try this guy. See if this will work. It'll either work or it won't. I am pretty sure about that. I can see back up there. That panel's really bad shape, so I'm glad I'm going to cut that off of there, because otherwise I'll be leaving a lot of rust there. And I do not want to do that. All right, now that's cut all the way through, right? Weirdly, it's like it's pulling out there. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see if we can actually grind these off. Get that one on the corner. Loose right there. I got that piece. I got that right here. Little sucker. Don't touch it when it's hot. Because that burns and hurts. Let me turn you back here just a little bit so you can see what's going on here. That one's coming undone. Looks like it. Not too sure. Let's see, can I get more of that off of there? That's a little bit better. Give it a whirl. Oh yeah, look at that. Fantastic. Okay. Interesting. Let's see here. All right, now. So that piece is somewhere right there. I think it's hooked to that inside piece, but I'm not sure. Let's see. All right. We can try this. We can go a little bit more. Let's give it a whirl and see what happens. Worst they can do is not come off. I might have to stir this cab up a little bit more. Just a little. This side here's probably a weak link. Probably need to get some bigger blocks here. Yeah, that's not wanting to come off, so I don't think I have enough. All right, where we at here? Let's see here. All right. Let's try to grind this some more. I think it is. All right, try it again. Okay, I'll move you over here. See if I can. No, it's not going. Though. I think the top one seems to be coming off. That bottom one though, it's still not good. So holding on. Battery. Yeah. All right, so I got me another battery. Try it again. Come on, baby. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Yeah, still doing well. It's right at the edge of that thing. It's right there. Yeah, so it's interesting. All right. Something going on there. Here we go. I can only straighten that piece out, but at least I got it that far. So that's a start. How exciting. Let's try this again. That did any better. As you can tell, I'm not a pro. In any way, shape, or form, I'm just trying to get it done. We're getting there. Yeah. Oh, so we got right there. Oh, and that's the edge of our bracket right there, so that's good. Right. Okay, so we got that. Now, this piece, let's see, I think we could cut this, just cut it right off here, and that'll, and then, all right, let me see if I can change up that blade and see if I can do some more chopping. Do some more cutting, man. Push comes to shove, break out the cutting wheel. That don't work, then we gotta get out the torch. Now, the problem is, I don't know if I have any gas for my torch. So I hope this works. All right, so let's see. We're gonna chop it right about there. What the cut? Oh, I just cut that piece. That's good. Okay. Yeah. So that's the inside piece. That's the floor. All right. Look at that right in there. See if I can get it. Right. I think we're getting somewhere here. Let's see here. Oh, all right. There we go. Put a little bit of that muscle on it. Works every time. Beautiful. There's still some good metal out right there. Piece right there. That's out of here. All right, so here's the inside piece here. I hope you can see that. So now we got this cut, because it'll be cut up here, but all of this, somewhere in there, it'll be cut, but this piece has to go, and it goes up under that piece. I'm not sure how high, but I know all of these have to be drilled out, and I may need to get a better drill bit. Now here, so there's one right there. I might get my my drill out, use my wire brush, see if I can figure out exactly where they are. Let me move this out of the way. If I can get the camera over here. All right, there you are. If I take my wire brush here, I think I can maybe find out where those pieces are, where those here it is down here, where the spot welds are. Nothing like drilling half a spot weld. Oh, that's such a pain, and I've done too many of them. And I really don't like to do that because it's just a lot more work. Wait a minute, baby, you gotta get on in there. There you go. All right. All right, let's see what we got here. See if it'll help me or not. Like I was saying before, you turn that backwards. Sometimes it's better. Sometimes it's not. Depends on which way you get that metal going. So I can see it there, and I can see one right there. I don't think there's any down here. Nope. All right. I did cut that a little bit. We won't tell nobody. I might just turn it on. All right. I don't know if that's one or not. I don't want to do any more work than I have to. I want to get it done. But I don't want to do any more work than I have to. And drilling holes that don't need to be drilled. And I don't want to ruin this piece. I want to keep this piece. I want to try to drill these enough, you know, in the right spot so that I can weld them back in. This, I may actually have to cut this piece off to get to these because, let's see, I think I can feel one. Right there, I'm not sure. Let me see if I can hit it from the back a couple of times in between these pieces and see if that helps me. Yeah, right here. All right. All right. Move up a little farther. I don't want to tear that up. I just want to get it out of there. Huh, that seems to be coming off. Interesting. Let's keep going. Looks like there might be one right there. I sort of cut through it. Yeah, there is one right there. This way a little farther. There's 3 pieces of metal here. You got this piece, you got this piece, and then you got the piece of floor in here. All right, how about here? Yep. All right, where's my, let me get me another. I want to keep changing. Hold on one second there. I don't want to keep changing drills all the time. I got to keep multiple drills around. And then, if you have multiple drills, then you got to be able to find them. That's one of my biggest problems is, right now I have 3, 4 drills that I can find. Later I'll be needing one, won't be able to find one. All right, so that's, oh, I see, I'm going to have to drill that thing right there because I got to cut that out. So I may have to do that from the inside. All right, so let's try to get this piece cut out here. Oh no, I just said I don't want to do that. You know what I'm getting ready to do? Getting ready to do that. All right, let's see if I can drill that guy out right there. spot welds are nice to put them on. You have a spot welder. They're not fun to take them off though, I can tell you that. I did the roof on that other body up there. My gosh, there were so many of these spots. Okay, I think I got through that one. Hard to believe. Okay, yep, got to them. So with that far, I gotta get, let's see, yeah, because this is inside. I'm probably still gonna have to. So here's one. Get my Phillip in there and see if I can. You can see it's right in there. Yeah, right there. Yep, got one there. I think there's one here. Hopefully that's it. Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah. Yeah. So, take out the tool here. Let's see, where is it? Right there. It's like the center, like right. I think it's the center, right there. Got one little bump on it. I get more than that, I want to get it where the drill will actually play the hole. If you don't, it'll just wobble around and you end up being drilling right where you don't want to be drilling. Yeah, I think we're okay. Alright. Hopefully that's, tell you what, I think I have some more drill bits here somewhere. Did I put them inside here? Ah, I did, right here. Trying to minimize the running around here, trying to find my tools. All right, let's see. I got this guy. That one there seems pretty sharp. Let's see if it is sharp. Start with the small one first. All right, get at it here. Where's it at? Right there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I get there. I don't want to draw all the way through, and that's why I'm being a little slow here. All right, we might be there. Enough. Let's try this one now. Not bad. Let's see what we got. Hopefully, we can break them loose. I hope so. All right, let's start right here. Let's see, is it right there? I think it is right there, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, man, I cut that piece off. Hate to do that, but I hate to do that. Might have cut it off there. Let's see, so I think we need to come up with a different plan here because either I got to cut that off or I got to find something to go up inside here because know if I got that one broke loose or not. It seems like it. See if I can manage to keep this the rest of the way, then I can just weld them back to that piece of metal. When I did that roof, I had such a time with it. A lot of these holes were just all tore up, and although I got it, it just was not a pretty job at all. All right, let's see. So we got that. So I need something right there. Let's see. right, let's see if I can get that. Cut it over if I have to, but if I can save it, I like to save it because you never know when you need a piece like that. It's got this already welded on it, and you never know when you need one. Oh well, it's coming loose. Let me take a look here. See what we got here. Oh yeah, okay. I see it. I need to go that way. I'm thinking, looks like it's broke loose there. Let me get me a screwdriver or something. I can reach up in there. Okay, here we go. Let me see if the screwdriver will work. To get that apart, let's see if I can get it up in there. Yeah, that's loose. How about this piece? Okay, back at it again. Let's see. Oh, I see. We do have, yeah, there's a little bit left there. All right. See if we can get some light on the subject here. I think we're there. All right, let's see. And that would be fantastic. Who says screwdrivers are not chisels? All right, so I think we got it. Broke loose there. All right, now this, we got to get this piece off and then straighten that out there. All right, so let's see what we can do about getting that piece here off of there. Might have to grind it off. Might be the quickest and easiest way to do it. I don't know where the spot welds are. They may be right there where those were. I'm not sure. Let me move this out of the way. I'm just putting a bunch of rust on. All right. Where'd my grinder go? All right, that got the wheel on it. I don't want that. Yeah, all right. Probably if I went right here, that would help, but I wouldn't want to go through too far. Almost there. All right, here we go. Now, let me get me one of these on there. All right, there we go. They need to get me a another grinder. I'll do changing blades all the time. That's pain. Because you know when you get done now, and you got to turn right around and put the other one back on in just a minute. All right, let's see. So. Let me see if I can take my pliers and try to get this guy over there. Oh yeah, that's better. Yeah, definitely, this thing is not a solid. I know it's this side here. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty iffy here, and I don't like that because I'm going to be working on this thing in a little while. And I don't like that at all. Okay, so now, here, around there. Yeah, I'm going to have to work on getting me some more blocks. All right, well, we're getting this thing. There's the edge, right there. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see that edge or not. Let me get the flashlight up here a little bit better too. See that edge right there of the bracket just inside there. So I got to get these drilled out the way so I can get the camera a little closer. All right. So I'm getting there. You get this little piece off. Whoa, easy boy. Easy, boy. Good night. The other one's a solid. This one right here. I'm gonna have to do something with it. Oh, I just bent that thing, so that's not good. All right, I think I'm about to do some more grinding or something here because we're not doing good here. Let's give that a little bit of a try and just see if it's possible. No. Let's try this way. That's not doing it. All right. Try it again. There we go. There we go. It's wanting to go. Wants to go. I got to get something. I don't know if they'll work on it too much tonight because I'm moving it around and I'm concerned that this is going to fall down. If it falls down, it's going to mess up my cab. And I don't want that to happen. We'll do a little bit more. And then we'll come back to it later. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. All right, let's see here. Oh, yeah, it looks a little bit better, doesn't it? At least we can see the back side of it now. Oh, easy. We're getting there. Almost, look at that. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. All right, now, let me see if I can grind that back off there. I'll do it with my grinder. There we go. A lot better. Well, one way to skin a cat, as the saying goes. Let's see here. All right, now, where'd Mother Hammer go? Sometimes, oh my gosh, that's happened, man. Get over it. The knees don't like you anymore. They're like, just stay standing. Don't get down. All right, now let's see. Here we go. Hey, see if I can. A little bit better. All right. All right, that's a lot better. Let's see what we got over here. See, I got a piece there I got to get off too, right here. All right, let's see if we can get these couple pieces ground up here. Oh yeah, a little bit of rust there. Did I get that? Yeah, that's better. All right, so we got that piece. Well, that's good. That's a start. And so we got this broke loose, so that's good. Let's just take a look inside and just see what we have here. All right. See if I can get you inside here for a little look-see. See if I can lower you down here. now. And we'll get you one more here. How do you do this? Oh, there we go. All right, so let's see here. Okay, up there I can see, you can't see down here. All right, so I gotta turn this thing down somehow. I'm a terrible camera guy. Hopefully I'll get better at this business. Oh, that for some reason is as far as it goes. Well, isn't that wonderful? All right, and this doesn't go down any. I'm surprised it doesn't. Oh, it goes down a little bit. Okay, a little bit. Can you see it now? Oh, fell over. Fell over. All right, now. Okay, so, well, we're getting there a little bit better. We can sort of see it, but, so I got to take all these. Now see how it goes in between the floor here. And this piece goes down beside this piece. That's right here. So this whole piece has to come off, because you can see it's completely gone. Even down here, it was just rusted so bad. Look at the hole here, all the way up to there. So I gotta get these spot welds out of there. Where they go? Where are they at here? Up here. Actually, I feel some down here. This might be a whole bunch of stuff. But gotta get them spot welds out and get these spot welds out. And then I pull this panel off. Once I get this panel off of here, I don't think it's going anywhere. Then we can get in here and start cutting this floor out, and then we'll lay the floor first, see how it fits in there, and then we can put this piece down beside it, and then start doing our welding. I think I found the leads to my welder. I just have to put it together. Yep, almost had it. I just got to put it together. And now you're too high, Slate. Come on. Just down one. On these. All right, so get them spot welds done. So I think I'm going to wrap it up tonight, because I'm heading on towards an hour. And I've got to get me some better drill bits or something, because these drill bits aren't that good. So I got to get that piece out. Once I get that out, then I can cut this floor out, fit that floor in there. Once I get the floor fit in there, and then I'll slide this piece down, kind of get them lined up. I'm not going to weld anything until I got all the pieces fit, because I still have to, I've got to figure out where I want to cut this piece. The new piece that I have for that, you can see how it goes in there. So it's got to go back in there somewhere right around here. It's got to go. That means it's got to go up in there. So I'm going to have, because what I want to try to do is drill them out, and then if I can, if it's possible, slide it up in there. When I make room for it, slide it up in there and get it in place all the way across. Because I'm going to use this piece here. Sorry about this terrible camera business. Terrible at this camera stuff. I need a cameraman. So take this piece. I don't know what you call the panel. Okay, so this is the inside piece. So this goes down here. Yeah, so it's going to go something like this. See how that goes down there? It's going to go just about like that. Sit in there like that. So I got to get it in just like that. And then it'll hook in down there. Of course, you can't see it because the light's not down there. Let me see if I can get you some light on here. All right, now let's put you back up here. Man, there's a lot more to this camera business than I really thought here. Now we gotta count them. Can you even see it? You can see part of it. Oh, what fun. Alrighty. I don't think this camera business likes me. Good thing I don't work in Hollywood. Alright, so turn this downward a little bit. So you take this panel here, the back panel goes on there, and this is the back panel. So you take this section and you fit it right in there. See that? So that goes there. Like that. I can get it up. There we go. And then that goes right here. See how this goes in there? We don't have to. Oh, it goes just like that. There we go. They got it in. That's the way it goes. And then it fits up here real nice. So, that's what we're looking for. So I'm going to have to get everything in there, get it all cut. Alright, so I got to get that cut out like I was saying. And then I can start putting pieces in. You know, start trying to fit this thing together. Sort of like a puzzle. You know, but you got to get it right. If you don't get it right and you weld something in place, well, a lot of times I like to use those little self-tapping screws, not hold stuff in. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Put the pieces in, give me some self-tappers, hold it in place, see how it works. And if it fits good, everything's in place, then I'll go ahead and that's when I'll start tack welding it. And even then, I'm going to tack weld it just so it's in place, make sure everything else works. I may even go up there and get my door, maybe put it on course. I done took these hinges apart. Well, that wasn't too bright. Sometimes I'm thinking too many steps ahead. But anyway, okay, so that's going to be it for tonight. Thanks for being with me. Again, if you could subscribe. I was looking at that thing. I'm not even sure if it says subscribe on there. And if it doesn't, how do you get it to show up to say subscribe? Maybe somebody could, if you know, maybe you could enlighten me. I would appreciate it. But yeah, you know, if you can subscribe, like the video if you liked it, and comment if you would. I'm doing the best I can, but again, I'm not a pro. But one thing about this is anybody can do it. If you have an aptitude for mechanics, you can do it. I mean, that's all this is here. Is just I'm just a guy. I've been working on cars most of my life, but this is new to me. You know, all this welding and business and this cutting out. I'm used to just bolting things on. I just bolt on alternators and starters and put, engines and transmission, just the bolt on stuff, brakes, things like that. But this is different. So, anyway, but still you can do it. You can see that. And this will get done. It may not be like factory, but it'll get done good enough that I'll paint it. It'll look good. Anyway, so that's it for tonight. I'm going to wrap it up. I'll catch you on the next one. Again, this is Vintage Rust, and hope you have a good one. See you next time.